What it do you too slash Patreon slash bit shoot. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about surround yourself around living life force. Yes, surround yourself around living life force. What do I mean surround yourself around living life force? Mother Nature. Mother Nature is living. Just because plants don't walk, talk, and move around doesn't mean they're not living things. Plants breathe just as well as humans breathe. The only thing is they don't have limbs. You see what I mean? But you can find calmness, you can find fondness in Mother Nature. Like, you ever thought about it? Like, when you in, like in a city, or like you in, like, a polluted or crowded area, sometimes you could feel congested, or you could feel claustrophobic. Like, you're like, damn, I feel like the walls closing in. You know what I mean? Like, you could feel like that because it's just so much going on. There's just so much commotion. And in cities, there's not too much, organic life force. Of course, you have humans and things of that nature, but in cities, it's more toxicity. And I'm not saying people that are in cities are toxic, because I come from a city my damn self. You see what I mean? So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, natural life force, natural living life force, which is Mother Nature. Like this, for example. See this tree? This tree is a natural living life force. And when you touch the trees, I'm touching the tree, it's cleansing your energy. Only spiritual people and people that are connected with Mother Nature and people who love Mother Nature will understand what I mean. When you touch a tree, let's say, for example, let's say you're in a bad mood, you got a bad energy. This tree, when you touch it, it's going to take all that negative energy out of your body. It's going to exchange that. It's going to absorb the negative energy from your hand, right? And it's going to, in return, replace that negative energy with a positive energy. And then once you been in Mother Nature for about 5-10 minutes, or even longer than that, 30 minutes, an hour, you will start to see the difference in your attitude. Like, you see this tree, this beautiful tree. It's a living thing. It's a living creature. Just because it don't walk, talk, and Harlem Shake and all that shit, it doesn't mean that it's not a living thing. You see what I mean? Like, see the grass, see this little guy right here. Like, all this stuff is living things. These beautiful flowers, all these things is living things. You know what I mean? And when you surround yourself around that, you can find peace. You can find solace. You can find solitude in Mother Nature. You see what I mean? Because it's an organic, living life force. You know what I mean? It's just nothing but positive energy radiating off of Mother Nature. Because whether you believe it or not, or whether you know it or not, everything comes from Mother Nature. It's just some things stay in its natural form, and then some things are taken from its natural form and then broken down into a chemical compound, and then it's created into some whole other shit. But originally, it came from Mother Nature. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you understand what I'm telling you? You see what I mean? This is real stuff, man. This is real talk. This is not just no fucking bullshit. This is real talk. Like, when you touch the trees and stuff, like, you know how some people, and I used to be like this at one point in time, like, I used to be like, I ain't touching no tree. I ain't touching that shit. You know what I mean? Because, like, I was just very unaware and on a low vibration, growing up, from all the TV, eating all the processed foods, all the bullshit like that. And, don't get me wrong, like, I would touch plants and stuff like that. But you know how, like, you see nature like this? Like, just really, like, rough in its natural form? And I'd be like, I ain't touching that shit. You know what I mean? But that's because I was unaware on a low vibration. And I know it's a lot of people out there that still does the same thing. But once I started to become aware and started to gain more knowledge and more experience and more wisdom, I started to understand and overstand what this stuff means. So when you touch Mother Nature, you automatically raising your vibration, because Mother Nature is a high vibrational entity. She's a living thing. She's been living for billions of years. And no matter what the government or what people try to do, they try to build malls and houses over nature. They try to destroy it, bulldoze it. You ever seen those houses where the plants and the nature is growing on the sides of the house? Like, you got plants and stuff that's growing, like, on the outside of the house, Mother Nature can't be stopped. No matter what you do to it, burn it, cut it down, bulldoze it, whatever you try to do, Mother Nature will continue to always grow because she's an eternal, living life force that we all need. So what I mean? So when you touch trees, you're just automatically giving yourself positive energy. You're giving yourself a high vibrational, just being in nature instead of being cooped up in the house all day and stuff like that. You got to get out here and touch the plants. You know what I mean? Get your vibration, raise your vibration up. Once you raise your vibration up, you'll start to see a difference. And not only your own life, but just the outlook on life and how you view things in general. You see that? That shit look raw as hell, don't it? Yeah, you feel me? Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the Twilight. You know I gotta joke with y'all, man. You know I gotta joke with y'all, man. You know I got a sense of humor, man. But real talk though, you can find fondness, and peace and solace in Mother Nature. And that's the thing. When you surround yourself around Mother Nature, your outlook on life becomes more positive. You become more calm. You know what I mean? Instead of doing most of the talking and just like talking and not listening, things start to become more quiet within your spirit, and not quiet in a bad way, but quiet in a good way, where you can hear things more clearly. Like for example, you can hear the birds chirping, you can hear the insects making the noises. You know what I mean? Like you can hear the trees, moving around from the wind. You can hear the wind. Like you start to become in tune with Mother Nature. And that's important because we all come from Mother Nature, and that's the thing, because most people have separated themselves from Mother Nature. That's why a lot of bad things happen to people. And I'm not saying that to be funny, and I'm not saying that to sound arrogant or sound like no asshole or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, if you ever notice, let's say for example, you ever notice like you haven't. Let me give you like a basic example. Like you haven't been in nature, like you haven't been like just walking around or touching the trees or interacting with Mother Nature that much, and you've been more like just in the city, around in the concrete jungle. You know what I mean? Going back and forth to school and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, you notice when you do more of that and you interact less with nature, you don't notice how your energy starts to get out of whack. You start to get more cranky. You start to get more tense, like you know what I mean? Like you just start to get like just out of tune with things. It's because you haven't been interacting with nature, and you starting to throw yourself off balance. Your equilibrium starts to get off balance because you're not interacting with Mother Nature. Real talk. And that's the same thing when it's come to eating foods. Like if you just eating too much meat, too much processed food, too much sugar, too much salt, and you ain't getting the natural sugars and the natural salts and stuff from oranges and apples and pineapples and grapes, lettuce and spinach and stuff like that. When your body starts to get out of whack. You start to notice different things like your mood and stuff just starts to change. But then you notice once you start to ingest more fruits, more vegetables and stuff like that, you notice that you get more calm, you get more happy, you get more peaceful. It's because it's Mother Nature. You know what I mean? Surround yourself around positive and living life force. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.